Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be ranking the American Girl historical meet outfits, but I'm going to put chapters so that if you don't want to hear the rules or the disclaimers that I'm going to give, please feel free to scroll past this intro because I do have a lot to explain before I get into showing the actual dolls. The first note is there are 34 historical meet outfits if you include the best friends and the Be Forevers and any dolls who've had more than one historical meet outfit. But out of the 34, I only have 23. So because of that, I'm going to be ranking in two specific segments. The first one is going to be the dolls that I have, and then the second one will just be me showing pictures of the outfits on the dolls that I don't have. And the reason I'm doing that is because more often, sometimes you need to see dolls in person to really know how the quality is and how much you really like it. Pictures can be deceiving, and there are a few in my rankings that will embody that. So that's why I really I don't want to be unfair to the dolls' outfits that I don't have. Sometimes I'll have just the meat outfit, no accessories, and that will I think that does factor into my opinion a little bit, but I'm still ranking the outfits that I own on how I have them. So if it's the outfit, if I like it better because of the accessories, that's just going to make me rank it higher, and maybe that sounds unfair, but I'm just going by the outfits that I have, so it's not that serious. And I know that people are very protective over how they feel and defensive about how they feel about the dolls they love. And so I really want to make it clear that the way I'm ranking the outfits doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't reflect on how I feel about the doll. There are going to be dolls that are among my favorites. Their meet outfits are at the bottom of my list. So just keep that in mind. And it's nothing serious, but I'm saying that because whenever I rank dolls, especially historical dolls, people get really, understandably, protective or defensive. But even if you're not defensive of your own favorites, there are some opinions I'm going to have about these outfits that are probably going to get me canceled or arrested or something, because even I know that my opinions of some of these outfits are really strange, or I don't even say controversial, but they're just, even I was surprised when I sat down to write which, like the order of the outfits that I love. I loved some more than I expected or than I realized, and I really hate some of them. So that didn't really surprise me as much. Okay, I think I've disclaimed enough that will ease some of you into what's not going to be the most controversial. It's probably going to be the most obvious as my least favorite historical meet outfit of all. And like I said, I have 23 of the outfits that exist. So my number 23 spot, I'm not going to need to apologize. It's not controversial. It's Be Forever Julie. I think everyone equally hates this outfit. But what I've sort of done to make it interesting is as you can see, I've put it on another doll, not Julie. She'll appear later because it's two outfits. But the same things that everybody feels is it's very almost like a costume. It's cartoony. It's just doesn't really feel genuine. It doesn't feel authentically 70s. It doesn't feel like an actual meat outfit. It feels very cheap. And what I was saying is about being interesting putting on another doll. This is in my Julie storyline. This is Blossom, who is sort of like a rival character who's just as good at everything as she is. But when I put this outfit on her, I thought it'd be kind of like a cute idea to see her as like how Barbie started doing in 1980, where there would be black Barbie and white Barbie. So she's almost, because she's wearing Julie's necklace. So I'm kind of pretending for this video that she's like the black Julie doll, if that makes sense. And even putting this outfit on a different character, a different doll, who's very aesthetically different, I thought it might, because of they look so different from each other. It's the same mold as Julie. It's still the Josefina mold. You know what? I'm going to start, every time I bring out a Josefina mold doll, I'm going to show their eyes to show you, because I'm always complaining about this doll, how they never have a good glance. So what I was saying is, even though she's Julie, she's the same mold as Julie. She has the deepest skin tone, the skin tone 35. And so I thought, the contrast, it might make the colors pop better or look different. But honestly, I think it may be possibly even more cartoonish on her. So it didn't help, because I like her wig, and so I really like this doll, and thought maybe when I put it on her, I'll change my ranking. No, this outfit is so bad. And I'm sure there are people out there who like it. I don't understand you, and we don't have to understand each other. We just need to know that we feel differently. I hate this outfit so much. So that's the other thing too, is I never have it on display. I can't wait to finish recording this so I can take it off her and put her in a worthy outfit of her beauty, because this ain't it. Unfortunately, I'm going from a not controversial, unloved outfit to an outfit that a lot of people probably really like. and I'm going to preface before I bring her out here, it's a doll I love, a doll I have 6 versions of, but none of them are wearing her meat outfit because even though I love this doll and her wardrobe, I hate her meat outfit. It's Samantha. And the thing is, I even put the outfit on my favorite Samantha. She's the most unique, and she's the most unique of my dolls, but she's a very unique looking Samantha as well. Let me bring her close because I thought, like with Blossom / Black Julie over here, that she could maybe make me appreciate the outfit even more. But I think the outfit makes her look ugly. So here's my feelings on this outfit. And for the record, my second least favorite outfit was between her and the next doll. So just know that they're very close. And a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this. So what I don't like about this outfit is I don't like the drab color. Something about it just really reads as dreary to me. And I'm sure, I know that a lot of the design on it is very authentic to the era. Maybe I don't like the era, but I like a lot of, like I said, I love her wardrobe. I have so many of her to model the wardrobe because I like it. It's just, oh, I hate this. And I haven't even gotten to the worst part about the outfit, and it's going to come up it's going to come up other times in this video. These shoes are unforgivable. I hate them so much. Let me bring them back because I can't suffer a load. They're molded plastic. The shape is so weird. And when I dressed her in this, because she usually wears these boots for the outfit, she's usually wearing the midi outfit, the sailor looking outfit. And when I had these boots on it with the outfit, I didn't hate it as much. So I know the shoes have a really big they determine a lot how I feel. Ugh. And even though the hat does make me like her a little bit better because it takes away some of the dreariness of the ribbon. I do have the ribbon under here, just I couldn't make it look right with the hat. So that's why she looks like this as well. And so again, love the doll, love the way she looks in other outfits. But wow, this is just my personal taste. It does something to my brain when I look at her in this outfit. So I think I have maybe 3 or 4 copies of it from all the Samantha dolls I have. It's just, they sit in a closet, in a drawer, and I'm surprised it's not all like crumpled up into a wrinkly ball. I'm surprised it went on decently enough when I pulled her out for this. I'm looking at her in the monitor, and it's so funny because she is such a cute doll to me and so special. I look at her in this outfit, and I'm like, she looks like a zombie or something because of this. Anyway, I'm being dramatic now, but you know, that's what I'm saying. I have really heavy feelings about some of these outfits, particularly the ones I hate. And this next outfit, it almost fills me with the same kind of dreariness that this does. And it's Molly's outfit. And I know people love her outfit, and I can kind of see why. But let me explain. First of all, I don't love the color navy. It's just one of those colors that also feels very dreary to me. It's just not, I don't find it, I've never my whole life found it a flattering color. And so this is one of those instances where I don't even know what accessories these are. I know this is like her regular bag, but I know she's supposed to have a blue beret, but I also know that this is hers. So I don't know if they did a red one at some point. But anyway, let me bring her close, and then we can talk about why I hate it, starting with these shoes. Aren't they ugly? Does anybody like them? Please tell me that I'm just being so stupid and dramatic, but they make me mad. And so this is, again, I don't like the material of this skirt either. It's just a felt, like a navy felt skirt. The sweater is actually really cute. I don't really mind the navy so much. I like this. It's not really an argyle. What would you call it? Whatever that, maybe it's supposed to be a shrunken down argyle. And I like the dickie she's wearing underneath. I think it's a cute part of the look. It's just, again, the colors. It's like a Christmas sweater, but navy. I'm so confused when I look at her meat outfit. She's another one. I have a few of her, and I have her displayed in other outfits I love. So it's no beef against Molly. I actually really like Molly. And when I said I kind of feel they're almost on the same level, what ekes her out for me, or knocks her up just one little notch, is the glasses. The glasses are adorable. And you know, I like the braids. It's not really part of the outfit except for the bows. Oh, and then another thing about, I have 2 versions of her meat outfit. So this is the Pleasant Company version, and I also have the Mattel version. And the big difference, aside from the way they do feel very different from each other, this doesn't have Velcro in the back. So when I had to put it on, or I had to dress her like I was dressing with an actual sweater, which was kind of cute. It was kind of fun that it felt almost like, I don't know, it's not really a baby because she'd be a little bit too small to be a baby. But anyway, these are the ones I think that would probably bother people the most as far as my hate goes. And then there are some that I love that would probably bother people as well. But now I feel like I've gotten the worst, the ones people are going to be most upset about my opinions on. Unless you feel the same way I do too. Who knows? And then number 20. So the last doll from my least favorite batch. Okay, but hear me out. See, here's the thing. And I'm gonna contradict myself quite a bit, but it is all encompassing of how I feel. So here's the thing about Courtney. For one thing, the the first my first introduction into owning American Girl stuff was her collection. So that that being said, I love her pieces. I love the nostalgia she brings for me because I was an 80s child as well. So I went to school, or I saw people like this. I was alive when this was a thing. So I'm not saying that it doesn't feel historic to me, because yes, it was a long time ago. I'm not in denial about my age here. But the thing about Courtney, now that I collect all the other American Girl dolls and I understand how American Girl works and how they do their outfits and stuff like that, none of her clothes feel like outfits. This doesn't feel like a meat outfit. This feels like a skirt with a couple shirts and tights. You know what I mean? Like, not everything feels cohesive. Even this Party City costume over here feels cohesive. It feels like an outfit. This just feels like she lived in the 80s and put on some clothes that she found at the end of her bed when she was getting ready for school. So to me, it just doesn't, none of her outfits feel iconic. They feel nostalgic for me. They feel, familiar, but this doesn't, when I think of Courtney, and I've said this before when I've talked about her, is I cannot come up with a signature look for her. Nothing that really, I guess it doesn't feel like an outfit because everything you bought was mix and match. And so I think that's why I rank her low. I had originally ranked her a little bit higher, but then when I was bringing the dolls out and gathering them, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm looking at her and I think I have to bump her down. So yeah, I love Courtney, love her collection. But as far as meat outfit is concerned, and just for the sake of this video, that's what I'm ranking as their meat outfits. I don't think it's a very iconic meat outfit. So that's just my opinion. The next doll is an outfit I rank higher than the doll herself, which is so weird. But I also redress her in my collection. So the outfit in question is Nenea. And the truth is, I just have a not very pretty Nenea. I've seen other people's Nenea dolls. They're cute. And another unfortunate thing about Nenea is I don't have her complete outfit on her. Hear me out. Here's the thing. I have had her shirt and her shorts put away for a really long time. And then her hair clip and her shoes, her sandals, have been worn by other dolls. And not to get too TMI here, but I currently have a lot of my stuff packed up and put away because my unit is being renovated, mandatory renovations. So I don't have access to everything very easily. It's a lot of fun putting this together. Trust me, getting all the dolls gathered. And so I couldn't figure out how to get her sandals. So just know that she comes with really cute brown sandals, and she does look a little bit more cohesive than this. So that's the thing about Nenea is her outfit is really cute. I love the top so much, and I do like the look of the shorts. But when I was getting the dolls together, I originally had her ranked a little bit higher because I do like the way the outfit looks, even if I don't love the doll herself. But you know what's really weird? She's never worn this outfit. I opened her, new from box, and I have had these stored. So nobody's been using them, nobody's been stretching them out, and they've just lost the elasticity from sitting there. So that made me really mad about the outfit when I was trying to get everything staged. And so that's why I've moved her down. I guess it's not really the look of the outfit, but the quality of it was kind of annoying. And I do think that my Nenea came out during maybe a low quality time because of those eyes that she has, that a lot of people, like I said, they have much cuter Nenea than I do. So it's not necessarily her fault, but it annoyed me enough that I bumped her down in my ranking. Number 18 of 23 is Be Forever Addie. I don't think people really have strong feelings about this outfit, so I don't think I could offend anyone by having it pretty low. I would have thought she was higher, but when I dressed her in it, I just realized, compared to all of her other outfits, she's another doll. I have a lot of copies of her and love so many of her outfits that I just forget. I don't display her in this. And looking at it again, I'm like, okay, I could see why. I like that it's a nice bold color. And the flower print, I think that's what it's supposed to be, some kind of paisley-ish flower print. It's nice. And I'm glad that she has, if you get her accessories, so this is one where her accessories bump her up, her ranking. Because without it, this would be showing a lot of the cloth body that I don't like to see. And she doesn't have the best color match between her vinyl and her cloth. So I just think there are other elements that would probably have, bumping it around. I don't feel strongly about this outfit. I've never hated it. It's fine, but it's just, she has so many other better outfits that I think this one, it's okay that it kind of fell near the bottom. I'm not upset about it. Number 17, on the other hand, I ended up bumping up higher, and like I liked it better once I got her out of the box and back in her meat outfit, Josefina. So I really originally thought I liked this a lot less than I do, mostly because I'm not fond of her doll. And let me bring her closer, because like I said, I'm gonna try to remember to point out the eye placement that my Josefina dolls have, and hope that the camera picks it up nicely. But anyway, what I was in the middle of saying is that uh, they all have this, like, I think it's called a cowl neckline when it hangs low like that. So with her, I've put in a little elastic in the back of her necklace to hold this up to her. It's supposed to hang lower. She's got her. This is the recent re-release of the doll, so she's got her entire outfit and accessories. So I use the necklace from her accessories just to kind of cover the neck joint a little bit. It helps, but the reason I ended up bumping it up is because the materials feel nice. So she's got this detail down here that my eye kind of took for granted until I pulled her out and was really like handling everything, going, oh wow, she really does have a nice outfit. I like her moccasins, and I like the materials. I like this little belt pouch. So she's got a lot of cute details to her outfit. So even though I'm always harping on poor little Josefina because of her face, this is about the outfit. And the outfit is actually really wonderful and has a lot of nice little details and prints, and her scarf. And it is a little bit of a cheat because I happen to have her accessories, but that's what I'm ranking based on, right? So she gets to be, what did I say, 17? It's not too bad for a doll I have so much beef with. Number 16 is probably the first opinion I have that people are like, really, you like it that much? I feel like a lot of people would put this outfit way toward the bottom of their ranking list, but I just think the outfit is cute, okay? It's Be Forever Samantha, which is weird because I'm sure it's really probably blasphemous that I would like her cheesy pink little totally inaccurate outfit more than her actual meat out, like her proper meat outfit that is a bit more era appropriate. But I just think it's cute, and I'm not really thinking about it in terms of it being accurate to the era. I like the details, like the lace that's over it, and I am sick of pink now. I'm with all of you, but pink didn't always bother me, and I love what they did with the shoes. I know she wouldn't have worn shoes like this because I don't think Mary Janes were really that popular among girls. I think it was always those boots, right? The side tie-up boots or button-up boots. But I just love the fact that they made them proper vinyl boots that aren't ugly, hideous plastics, so clunky and so ugly. Yeah, I have a lot of problem with those shoes. And like I said, I'm going to bring it up again. This isn't the last time. But anyway, so I do think that her outfit is really cute. She just looks like a classic doll outside of the fact that doesn't look like she's from her year, and to be proper. And I know she's not supposed to have her bow and her headband in, but you know what? I was like, I'm not messing with the bow itself because she's usually displayed in another outfit, another inaccurate outfit for the era. But like I said, I love Samantha. I have a lot of her. And so maybe that's also why I probably rank this higher than I should. But the truth is, I think it's cute, but I don't display it. I don't display her in it, even though I do think it's really cute. Number 15 is a doll I always display in her historical outfit. So I'm surprised she's not higher. Weird, right? But anyway, it's Mary Ellen. And I must say that the only reason she is ranked high and why I love the outfit on her so much is because of the accessories, mainly that pearl necklace that her accessory set comes with, because without it, this outfit just wouldn't look as good for the reasons I've stated already. And I normally have her in a pair of socks, but I wanted to show how it's supposed to look and not tease anyone in thinking that it should come with those socks, because it should. But anyway, so it's a really cute outfit. It's got really cute colors, and she just looks like a little lady. And I've not read her book, but she's from an era that I love, an old 1950s show called I Love Lucy. So I love setting up her world because it makes me think of that show, which was always filmed in black and white. So I'm like, oh, is that what it would look like in color? That's fun to think. And so I do love the colors that they've chosen, and just have to assume that that was what people looked like at the time, color-wise, because I don't know, everything was black and white back then. But if that was the case, I do love how the 1950s would have looked, even though I wouldn't want to live in that time for many other reasons. Number 14 surprised me a lot. I didn't think I would have liked her meat outfit so much. So I played the numbers back and forth, but I still like her enough to be top 15, but number 14. It's Felicity. It's her original meat outfit. She's had 3, so even though I only have 1, I'll talk about her other outfits later. I think what's cute about it is just the shape of it, and the fact that it has these, I forget what it's for, but they would have worn something like a little pocket undergarment, I think, or something to make their hips go out, whatever it was. I think it's cute that it's got a little detail like that in there. I do like the fabric, even though it looks like, you know, grandma's curtains, but it should, right? Because she's from a long time ago, the colonial era. So I've not read her book either, but I I have a few of her outfits because I do quite like her wardrobe. I just don't know how I'd feel about her as a character because I've never read up on it. And I think that's all I have to say. I've got her with her accessories, which helps because, again, she's another one with a sort of a choker, like a necklace choker, and that helps create some of the illusion because she's the first one they did with the reason they started creating the flesh colored bodies, right? Instead of just being plain white. I think they introduced it with her. Maybe not. Anyway, I don't know why I'm thinking about that right now. But anyway, I like her outfit clearly. She's number 14. And I think I haven't really talked about this doll in a long time. But regardless, she has a funky history with me. And so she's very special in my collection. Number 13 is another doll I don't talk about a lot. It's Rebecca. I only have the Be Forever version because it's the version I preferred. I like the bright colors. I love the fabrics that they've used. And I understand that she should also have this style of boot that that Samantha has, and Cecile and Marie Grace. But I really like them. I love that they're just cute suede, purple Mary Janes. I don't know if black is the best color for stockings. Maybe I would have gone with white because she's got white up here, but what do I know? I'm not a fashion person. And I just love, because I've got her accessories as well, I love everything about it. The jacket here, it's got, you know, it's like a woolly feeling textured jacket. So it feels really high quality. I love the velvet. I always love when there's velvet on dolls. I know not everybody, people have different feelings about velvet. I personally love velvet, especially at this scale, like on an 18-inch doll. And her eyes aren't too bad. I think she's one of my better Josefina mold dolls. But yeah, there are so many Josefina molds. Like, I've been saying that, but it's always been true. So yeah, anyway, here, just in case, her eyes look fine to me, to be honest. She's one of my 3 with good ones. Oh, and even the scarf, or whatever you call this, is really cute. You know, a lot of details hanging off it, and I just think, yeah, I've not really talked about her outfit very much anymore. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, hey, it is really good. It is really nice. More velvety kind of feelings, and I like it. I really like her outfit. But you know what it is? I always have her on display in this too, except the wintertime she wears her winter coat. So I guess I do take it for granted because I always see her in it. My number 12 outfit is on a doll I feel like I'm often redressing on here, showing other outfits on her. So I don't know if I've really shown her actual meat outfit very often. It's Kit, and this is, I have was it called the birthday version? So when they brought her back with her original meat outfit and accessories. And so if it's a little off from the original version, I wouldn't know the nuance. Like, I wouldn't be able to pick up on the nuances, but it is really cute. It is a cute outfit. So it's too bad I don't show her in it more often, just because, like I said, I'm always using her to draw. Whenever I get new outfits, I'll put them on her because she's just a really cute, fun model to use because of her short little bobby hair, and that hat's adorable, and the necklace is really nice too. The bag kind of trips me up because I don't know how she's supposed to hold this, because you can't see the details when she's holding it the way you would hold a purse. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's like a Josefina situation where she's supposed to have it attached to a belt or something, but she doesn't have a belt, so that wouldn't be the case either. And yeah, so I have a couple outfits of hers, and like I said, I'm always changing this girl up. But she's really cute in her. Yeah, see, it doesn't even say on. So her outfit's a really cute one. So like I said, number 12. My number 11 outfit is the opposite of Linnea in that I would rank her meat outfit lower than I would rank the doll. The doll is among my favorites, and that's Nikki. See, now the thing with Nikki is this is her meat outfit, but the way I display her, and I always keep her that way, maybe at the holidays I change her, I don't remember, but it's usually a mix and match of this outfit with her skateboard outfit, because I just think there are parts of both outfits that kind of, there's a little bit of math there to make the perfect Nikki outfit. And because of her style, especially when I mix those two outfits together, she represents a lot of my style when I was a teenager, and I would never wear this kind of dress. So that's why when I put her in her overalls, I feel like she looks a little bit more, represents the style that I have a lot of fondness for from my teen years. But I do like the pieces, and I like that the jacket is a matching set to her sister's skirt, who will come into the video later. Obviously, she hasn't come out yet. And I love her hat. Well, she's here with her meat outfit and accessories, which I think it doesn't really make a difference in this case because it doesn't bring her together the way she normally is in my collection, in my display. But she has a lot of cute little pieces, and it's just the way she comes out of the box feels a little simple, especially compared to some of the other stuff that she comes with, which is a shame because, like I said, she's among my probably top 5, top 10. I have so many dolls now, so maybe top 20, however many dolls, she's among the top, whatever that top may be. For the number 10 outfit, this is what I was talking about before when I said I wouldn't want to rank the outfits I don't have with outfits I do have, because sometimes pictures don't really capture the beauty or the quality of the outfit. So my number 10 is Cecile's outfit. And if I just went by pictures, I probably would have ranked her a lot lower, because in pictures, this dress looks very cheap, but in person, for some reason, maybe it's because I had such low expectations, it feels really luxurious. Like, this doesn't feel like the polyester I expected. It feels very silky and soft, and it just feels really nice. And I'm glancing over the monitor, and it's picking up the shimmer that it has. And so this is more velvet. So if you don't like velvet, that again, you won't feel the same way I do. But having her in person is such a different experience from seeing her in pictures. And she's another doll who's among my favorites, and that's because of her meet outfit too. Like, she's just a lot better than I would have expected. So these are boots I was talking about with Rebecca, but I'm sure you know what I meant. So anyway, when you look at all of her pieces, this feels like a very iconic meet outfit, which I can't believe I haven't said that word more, because a lot of these dolls do have very iconic outfits. Like, when you think of American Girl and really good outfits, for me, this would be one that comes to mind. Samantha's too, but in a bad way, but it's also very iconic. I should have said that too. Even though I hate Samantha's meet outfit, it is really representative of American Girl. So that's the one good thing I'll give it, an hour later. Number 9 is such a fun outfit, and it's also iconic because of the era and because they did such a good job on this doll. But this is Melody, and I have her with her accessories. So I don't know if that really makes a difference, because even without the accessories, instead of having the hat, she would have the ribbon, which is also very cute. But Melody just has a great collection. She's another doll I have a lot of pieces for, and I often put her back in this because I do love it very much. And I think this is a really good, because when I complained about Courtney not having like a meat field, this is so, the color story is so strong, and just, it's so iconic. But anyway, I love everything from the cute little shoes with bows on them, and the vinyl, and this, what is this, houndstooth, right? So this, it looks like a houndstooth from back here anyway. So the houndstooth is just such a nice, it's such a nice pattern to use for a $60. Like, I feel like they just got her very perfect. Her outfit, and the doll is cute too. Maybe I should, although I should explain, I do prefer her with her sunglasses on, because a lot of Sonali dolls tend to look a little the same. Cecile doesn't look the same at all. They've made her look really unique. But even when I look at Cecile, I almost see, although I love her hair, it makes her different. I'm not supposed to be talking about the outfits, but listen, I guess I can talk about whatever comes to my mind. Without the sunglasses, I just don't think she looks as unique from a lot of my other Sonali dolls. And I have quite a few, so I think that's the other problem with Melody for me. Not my way of saying I don't love her. I do love her, but I'm just saying I love her more with the sunglasses on. And I don't always. Usually sunglasses will take away from a character because I like looking at their eyes. Even though number 8 is still a pretty high number, considering I have 23 outfits, I think some people would really want this outfit to be higher or closer to the top, because, when we talk about iconic outfits, I shouldn't have thought of that word. I shouldn't have remembered that word because I'm saying it over and over again. Kirsten is definitely one of the most, you think of American Girl, and this is definitely one of the things you would see. And her outfit doesn't have, in my opinion, it doesn't have a flaw. Like, everything about it is so wonderful. And this is also the re-release version, so it came with the full meat outfit and the accessories. And I don't know, I don't think the bonnet was already on her, but I did fine with the bow, so it's fine. I think that's what I was thinking about. But it's just so many fun little details that, because these back in the day, you know how American Girl used to be better. There's no denying that. But she came, provided you have the accessories with it. It comes with all these little cute little things that are nods to the story, and I now know that's what American Girl is supposed to be. So I do love this outfit a lot. Kirsten is not among my favorite dolls, but I can objectively and subjectively say that this is one of the greatest. I'm saying one of the greatest outfits, and she's only number 8. But you know what I mean. It's definitely a great outfit, and I could see why she has such a strong fan base. I have a couple Kirsten dolls, and I only have a couple of her outfits. So that's what I'm saying. She's really not my favorite. It's probably her aesthetic. It's just the way the doll looks as is. Nope, I'm gonna contradict myself later. So let me just leave it at that. The number 7 outfit is also a doll I have multiples of, but in this case, I always keep this particular doll in her meet outfit, which is Addie. And so she's the last of the re-release dolls that came out last year. So this is the one I keep in this outfit at all times. And you may notice some slight variations if you have this outfit already, because I have multiples of the Addie meet outfit. And when I unboxed her, I noticed, especially on camera, even though they look a little bit closer in person, the colors of the dress. my camera just goes wild on this dress. But in person, it does look a little bit more like the original, if my other Addie dresses are original. And so she has the most current version of the bonnet, which I think it used, the older one had like thinner, it was like, I don't know how you make wicker, but like the wicker layers were thinner. So I know that this is definitely a cheaper version than what they used to make for Addie's outfit, but it is still very cute. I love the bonnet, and even if she didn't have it, the neckline is still very nice. It has a collar, it comes up, it covers her neck. So this one I was thinking of. I think they must have given her. I don't know if I feel like, did she come out after or before Felicity? I think that's the problem. Maybe Felicity came out before her. I don't know of enough of the history. It's not all locked away in here, but I just know that they used to have a white body and then they didn't anymore. So that's why I'm saying all this nonsense. But anyway, also her shoes. I don't know why I always think they're black, but they're navy. And so she's got navy shoes. They're like a leather, whereas the Be Forever are canvas and they're black. And I think they tie on the side or something. But so the original shoes are a lot cuter too on the original Addie Mead outfit. She must have been the first doll with earrings though, right? But they're not removable. But still, it's cute. It's a cute little detail, and that's why I do love all the details on her outfit. There's no way I tied that bow. It looks too good. So I think it came with it. It did come with that because there's actually, yeah. Never mind. On to the next doll. Even though Isabel's not my favorite Hoffman twin, her outfit is amazing. And even though also I kind of consider her Cher now because I've dressed her up from the Clueless outfit, she always was the perfect Cher character in the original too. And I love this outfit. It looks like it came right out of Clueless, and that's probably why I felt so partial to getting her, even though originally she was not the doll. Like I said, I preferred Nikki, and at one point I did think I wasn't going to get every doll. There was a time I felt that way. So if you're wondering, she's got her accessories as well. And so she's got these cute platform, I guess they're supposed to look like heels, they just look like platforms because her feet are flat, and the knee-high socks. So that's what I was saying before, where Nikki has the shirt that matches, and I only know that because Bailey at American Girl Films has one of her dolls wearing the skirt with the shirt, and I was like, oh, they're the exact same. Because I don't display them together because they have their own stories, their own friends. So I never put them close enough together to realize that. How dense am I? Here I am talking about ranking outfits as if I know anything about fashion. But this is a one piece, back to the outfit, to the details. And I believe people said this is how they came. It wasn't all, you would buy it like this in real life. I would have never had a shirt like this, so I wouldn't know for my own personal experience. So even though it looks like they cheaped out by attaching them, apparently that is how the style was back in the 90s, the late 90s. And the clear plastic bag, cute glasses, the beret, I love a doll beret. And you'll see more in the future of the video, but just keep that in mind. Maybe a beret, except for Molly's case, there was no saving that outfit for me. I do think the beret having a beret does kind of bump things up. She didn't need it though. Her outfit is all flawless. Now, where Be Forever Julie looks like a silly cartoon or costume or mockery of the 70s, this outfit, her original Mead outfit, is amazing. I wasn't in the 70s, and because I was born, I grew up in the 80s. I always hated the 70s as a kid because they were old. But looking at this, I love everything. Julie is another one. I don't know if I said that before, that I have a lot of her outfits. But this is the Be Forever Julie, and I had to buy the outfit separately from someone on like a doll group, like a Facebook group, and her accessories too. So I don't know if I have all her accessories. Maybe I do. I think I bought them piece by piece. But regardless, the jeans are so much nicer, like this two-tone jean and this blouse that goes over this turtleneck. Even though it's very colorful, it doesn't look as tacky because it's kind of covered with more neutral colors. I just love her original Mead outfit. And even though I didn't really have such a strong opinion when I ordered Be Forever Julie, because I had other outfits I wanted to put her in more so, I eventually realized I had to get this proper outfit because this is a proper Julie and not just a costume. You know what I mean? And I know I'm harping, but here we go. And now back to harping. Her eyes. Look at her eyes. This is me after flicking them into shape, because sometimes you can sort of pop them around and like now I'm just gonna put them back in their default position. She is like looking in two different directions, and I think this is the doll that really made me realize Josefina mold has an issue with bad eye placement. So I just wanted to bring your attention to it before I try my best. And her eyes are so off that I can't even make them look better without making one look sunken in. And it's a little bit better, whatever. You just kind of accept it. Or try to avoid buying Josefina mold dolls, as many of you may know, I already may know I try to do. Anything else I need to say? The I don't know this style of cap. It's knit. It's cute. I bought it, like I said, separately. Oh, and her bag, her purse, is it didn't age nicely. It kind of deteriorated, but I like that that it makes it seem like it's actually from the 70s. It's been moth eaten, but that's just a silly way of feeling better about having a garment that's not as perfect as it could be. And then the straps, the elastic straps, have deteriorated on here too. Let me just show you what I mean. So you know how they have that elastic? These do not age nicely. So I don't know if it's just, see, it's like, it's even, can you see that it's not even clear anymore? It's opaque. So that's unfortunate, but I'm happy just to have the outfit at all. My number 4 outfit is an outfit that bothers me that I like it so much. It bothers me that I like this doll so much. She's so not my normal aesthetic, my normal preference. But when I like a doll, the things I like about them, she's almost no, she's not almost, she is the opposite. But for some reason, she just comes together so nicely. And I've said this about her many times, so some of you may have already figured out that it's Caroline. But whatever reason, she just looks so cohesive. And I don't know if this is accurate to her era. I don't know if it's not a particularly high quality outfit, like it's really thin, but it just looks so nice. And pink, everyone's sick of pink. Blonde and blue-eyed, as a kid, I didn't always have to have blonde and blue-eyed dolls, but that's what my parents tried to encourage me to have because I was blonde and blue-eyed. And so if anything, I would expect that she would be like childhood trauma or something, but I love her. I don't know what it is about the way she comes together. And I have since come up with this theory that her color is like the shade of green and pink remind me of Strawberry Shortcake, another doll I liked as a kid in the 80s. And then she just got such beautiful ringlets. I know, again, it's not about the hair, but I'm just trying to, I guess, justify why I like this doll so much, even though I shouldn't. Like, thinking about what I love in a doll, I shouldn't love this doll so much. So let me bring her up so you can see how beautiful everything is too. Just very simple shoes. She's also got Claudie's socks and bloomers because when I bought this from the seller, for some reason shouldn't have those things. And I wasn't that worried because I have so many extra Claudie outfits and you haven't seen her yet. So she's obviously at the top of my list. Surprise, right? And so luckily she has her accessories because the bonnet really helps. This big bow being by her chin really brings everything together and it covers that cloth body and the neck joint. You must be sick of hearing me say that, but it matters. It matters that I explain that. And so anyway, Caroline, I was going to say Carolyn, is just a doll I shouldn't love as much as I do. And I can't believe her outfit is number 4. But, I think it's when everything comes together sometimes, it makes me think I love the outfit. And I would never change her out of this. I have her winter coat that I said, oh, I'll get it and put it on her during the holidays. But I can't. I can't cover up this outfit. I would hate myself. And I have another one of her outfits that I had to put on another doll because I bought her as like a little bit of a bundle. And so I just have to give her clothes to other dolls because I just like this on her too much. Well, you've made it to my top 3 with me. And my top 2 didn't surprise me because I knew when it came down to my top 2, I was going to be fighting to which one I like more. And one of them may surprise you, but I don't know. The other one would be so obvious. But my number 3 surprised me. When I sat down and just started playing around, like moving dolls around, this doll kept getting shoved farther and farther to the top. And I realized, you know what? I do love this meat outfit. And I'm going to say iconic again, and please don't exit. Because it really is. And it's not just iconic for American Girl. It's iconic for doll collectors in general. I've seen a lot of dolls like this. I grew up with a lot of dolls like this being in Canada. And so if you haven't figured out what my number 3 outfit is, it's Kaya, her meat outfit. And I only have this and one of her powwow outfits, the one that was recently only sold out, like in the last couple of years it sold out. And what I was saying about having grown up with dolls like this, a lot of people I just feel like it's always been popular to collect what we call First Nations, but people in America call them Native American. So like a Native American doll or outfit. I know that this has always been a very popular collectible kind of thing. So it was I guess it made a lot of sense that American Girl would eventually do a Native American doll. Like it could have been even earlier than because it was only early 2000s she came out maybe. And so I realized, like I said, putting this together, that this is an outfit I love so much. And I don't know why I didn't realize I love it so much, because when I put her in her powwow outfit, she's the only doll that I will take this outfit and put it on a dress form to display beside her. Because I love it so much that even though I want to see her sometimes in her powwow outfit, I need to be able to see this because it's got such exquisite detail. And of course it would, because they worked closely with the Nez Perce people to make it authentic, to make the doll accurate. And so there are a lot of details. You have to ignore this in her hair because it's part of her powwow outfit. but it's got, I stuck it into the back of her braids, and I'm afraid if I pull it out, it's gonna ruin her braids. So it's not part of it, but it looks fine as long as it looks from the back. But everything else is so wonderful. I love all the little beadwork. It's like, it's a thicker suede than some other, let's call it like Native American outfit, like for dolls that you would see. So it's really firm, like a sturdy kind of material. And like I said, they worked with the tribe to make sure that everything was done accurately. And even though she has those powwow outfits, the truth is she would really only have one outfit in real life, you know, back when she existed. Not that she was real, but you know what I mean. And so it's okay that, you know, I want to keep the outfit with her at all times, because it is something that would really be on her outfit. And I think the powwow outfits, I think they call them powwow outfit of today. So it's not even necessarily a Kaya outfit, I guess, because that wouldn't be realistic. So anyway, I'm rambling because it's like I always want to be respectful of this doll because she is so amazing, because she has such an important history and character. So that's why sometimes I ramble when it comes to her. But her boots are so nice. They're so, so these are more of a delicate feeling. And as I was putting it together, as I was putting her back in this outfit, because like I said, I sometimes just have it on dress form with her in her power outfit. It's just there. I got to like feel the niceness of the material again, and the beadwork. So one thing I've always wondered about this doll is I always thought that see this like little dab of, it looks like a dab of glue, like there was a bead there. But then I looked at other Kaya dolls, and it seems like that's the design. So I'm not sure the significance behind that, why there's always that little dab of what could be glue or oil or something. I'm sure there is, and if I read the books, but I'm a bad collector, I don't read the books, I just like the dolls, then maybe I would know better. But anyway, it's amazing. It's only got, you know, the belt, the dress, and the boots, but it just, she comes together. Oh, and the hair clips, how could I forget those, and the little ties down here. So she is just, I have to say one final time, she is such an iconic doll with a very iconic outfit. And I have to say it again, I like that she's the only girl with the closed mouth, and I know other people feel differently, but I like that they've kept it exclusive. I don't think they've done it out of respect. I think they've just have their reasons for making a boy doll with closed mouths. But anyway, I like the fact that she's character-wise, doll-wise, the only like canon girl with girl with the closed mouth canonically, I think is what I meant to say. Now, I really went on a long time about Kaya. I should try to get through these last two kind of quickly, but I probably won't. So what I was saying before is I knew who my top two were going to be, and I was almost going to be flipping a coin back and forth. But then it would be kind of weird if I didn't have my number one as who she is. So my number two, I decided, you know, just to be fair to my collection, it's Ivy. So I love Ivy's outfit. I said the beret was going to come back. She's the one of the other dolls with a beret. And I just love everything that she comes with. I'm glad that I have her accessories. So she's got her earrings and her her bag that's made out of a pair of jeans. So it's like a butt on her bag. And she's got her coin inside. I don't know why I'm going into all these details when I said I wanted to be shorter, but you know, it's top three. I think that's okay, right? And so I often talk about how clothes feel cheap because it's just like a polyester, and this is such a polyester, but that's authentic. So having this really polyestery shirt for a 1970s doll is so brilliant to me. And like I said, I have a lot of Julie's outfits, and I don't know if any of them feel this polyestery, and she just looks like somebody spit the 1970s on her too. So I love that about her. And the beret is cute. I love the boots and the structure of the pants and the like threads going through it. And I feel like whenever I have to try to remember that when I show her, I should let people know that I have a pair of white tights underneath, because people have made me aware that the pants tend to stain. And so instead of, you know, having to deal with the doll hospital, I've just put her white tights on her. You know what I want to do? I want to show you her undies, because that's another thing I love about her outfit. It's so silly because you never see it. But the fact that it has the detail, like I said here, the white tights I just warned you about, and I'm showing you. Show and tell. But I love her undies. So silly, I know. But this little rainbow right there, that is so cute. And it matches her bag. So I feel like, you know, even her accessories match. So just another little detail to love about this outfit so much. And I just think she is such a cute doll. She's obviously one of my top dolls too, but not as top as my number one outfit / doll. So did any of you guess my number one? And if so, did you guess it back when I was talking about number 23 or getting through my intro or before you even clicked on the video? And when I was saying I was contemplating between my number two and number one doll, I felt like the only way I would make Claudie not number one is if I was trying not to be predictable, but that's stupid. That's a stupid reason not to let my number one doll be my number one outfit and everything like that. And it's not, I'm trying to say it's not just because she's my favorite doll that she has my number one outfit. it's everything. You know, that part of the reason I love this doll is because of this outfit. And I've said that many times. I love her, the colors that she has, the gingham. And you may not notice it's gingham, even though I talk about it all the time when I bring her up. Because it just looks like she's got a striped dress on. But if you look closely, the horizontal blue lines are just very faded, very pale. She's with her accessories, and then she's got this bag. Ignore it. But so she's got her meat outfit and her accessories. So the thing about Claudia is when you have her accessories, it hides her ribbon. But she's got a very cute ribbon underneath. I don't know if she has it on, actually. I may have took it off for this doll. But everything about her is so cute. I love every detail. And I've said in the past that she's kind of like a mix between Shirley Temple and Dorothy from Wizard of Oz aesthetically. Not obviously she's not the same. She's not white. But just the way she dresses, or the way she looks kind of reminds me of them both. And also, she's from the 1920s, which is when my favorite Disney princess is from. And I know anybody who's seen my other videos probably knows I feel this way. And so she always felt like an American Girl version of Tiana for me. And then lo and behold, they made Tiana a couple years or a year or so after I started collecting, after, obsessing on this doll. And then they made it out of a Claudia mold. So I was right all along. She is Tiana. But even aside from that, I know I'm not supposed to be talking about the doll, but I just love everything about her. I love her wig. I love her dark brown decal eyes. And when I first got Claudia and then was collecting other American Girl dolls, I didn't realize why her eyes looked so twinkly, like so sparkly, and she just looked so different. I was like, wow, I really am biased. I really am obsessed with this doll because her eyes just twinkle a little bit more than the other brown eye dolls. But it's because they're decal. They're like the Samantha eyes and the Ivy eyes. So clearly I have a thing for the dark brown or the decal eyes, especially the brown in general. I've already shown you her up close enough because her bag's really nice too, and I didn't really talk about it when I brought her up. And I love her pendant with the C on it, and her cardigan is so cute. I love the Mary Janes, and they're not made of chunky plastic. Her knee-high socks. She's just everything about her look, her outfit. Everything is perfect. So even though I've said all this a dozen times on here before, I couldn't not say it all again because I'm ranking my favorite meat outfits. And even if I did put on another doll, I'd probably still love it just as much. It's just nobody else could wear this but her in my collection. All right, so now I think so like I said, that's the 23 outfits of the dolls I own, but there are 11 dolls I don't own. So what I'm going to do is rank them and show pictures. But the disclaimer here is that I'm judging by pictures, and pictures aren't always true to how you would feel in person. So I can't be positive. And as I said way back in the beginning, I hope I said this in the beginning, that I wouldn't be able to mix them in. It wouldn't be fair to judge them against the outfits that I've had in person and handled, and I'm going to have a more bias toward, because some of them I think I would rank higher than, they wouldn't be at the end just because I don't have the dolls. Like I do like a lot of the outfits. I'll talk about that more when I get into the actual outfits, if I just get into that little ranking. I probably should have given you a jump scare warning that when I come back, I'm going to be a lot closer up, but that's because I have to show you the outfits on pictures on my phone, and that's just not easy. So I'm just going to jump right in and go and tell you that my least favorite of the outfits I don't have is Be Forever Felicity. Now let me show you, because I can show you on the phone first, just so you can see the details of the way it sits on her. It looks like a curtain. It looks like she's a curtain rod, and it's like drapes. Like you've got the middle drape coming down the skirt, and then the actual drapes on the side, and it just fits her like a box. I really hate this outfit. And I can show you that I have the mini Felicity in this outfit, but obviously this isn't going to be the same. It's not going to be the same detail and the same scale, but at least if you weren't able to pick up the details in that picture, here you are. It's the print, I think, because of the scale, looks even uglier on this. At least it's more subtle. The flowers and all that stuff on the 18-inch doll looks a little more subtle than this. So it's just not for me. And maybe in person I feel differently, but I can't see that happening, especially with, I don't know, the colors are kind of nice, the turquoise and the gold. That's a nice color combination, but whatever. I never had a desire to get the Be Forever version of Felicity or the Be Forever version. So this is number 10 now, Kit. So it could be because I have the proper Kit outfit in the doll behind me that I showed you earlier, but this just looks so cheap. Like I don't understand. The color combo is weird. This shade of green with that, it's like fuchsia. It's a bright pink. And then these flowers, I thought they were strawberries for the longest time. I don't know if maybe I would like strawberries better, but they're just flowers and they're so weird. It's like, did kids dress like this back in the 1940s? And I don't really know much about her story because I know she's it's the Depression and stuff like that, but or she's the 1930s. She's the 1930s. Whoops. I know history. But anyway, yeah. So I don't like this outfit either. She's got a cute little barrette in her hair. But oh, and that's the other thing. She's somewhere behind me now. The kit doll I showed earlier has a green clip under her hat, but you can't see it because of the hat. Number 9 is Be Forever Josefina. She's not that different from the regular Josefina doll I showed before, but you can see that the details are all lost. She's got cute moccasins like the original Josefina outfit, but when I look at the details here, like when I zoom in, and again, haven't seen it in person, but from looking at this picture, when you zoom in on these details down here that are printed, they look like they should be different fabrics sewn together so that you would have more details to, more of a tactile experience when you handle these. But like the other Be Forever outfits that I've shown so far, it just looks like a cheap print, an easy way to make the dress look like a dress for kids. So Be Forever felt like not the knockoff line, but the a little bit cheaper, cheaper fabrics, cheaping out wherever they can line. That's what it looks like to me. And then I feel like number 8 and 7 could be swapped back and forth. They both feel about the same to me, going by pictures. So I can't be too certain if she would be number 8 or 7, but this is Elizabeth and another Josefina mold. So was Be Forever Josefina, but I hope that was obvious. So, I mean, it looks like it has a nice detail. Her outfit doesn't really match Felicity's outfit. I don't know if they're supposed to, and I, again, don't know their story. So maybe there's a reason she's wearing this bright pink outfit that I don't know how inappropriate it is. And maybe I'm sick of pink and I never got this doll before that sickness hit in, so I don't know. But outside of that, she has nice details, and it looks like there are more fabrics than just like, it's not just a printed fabric with the details printed on instead of, like, they're separate materials. So I think that's nice. But what I was saying with her in number 7, Marie Grace, they almost, these are dolls I could easily confuse, even though they're different molds, but they're just like similar hair color. Maybe Elizabeth is a little bit blonder, blue eyes, pink outfit that I feel like is just anachronistic, or whatever, however you pronounce that word. Anachronistic, right? So aside from that, I do feel like they're just very similar. This is a plaid, and a plaid would be printed. It's not like I would expect it to be a 3D plaid or anything like that. But it's just kind of like it's a little boring. I like plaid, but I just feel like the kind of plaid that they use for her is boring, especially compared to Cecile, because they were packaged as a duo, best friends. And so I just think out of the two, I would never want Marie Grace, and her outfit is a big part of the reason why I would never want her. But the boots are cute, same boots as Cecile has, so that's not really, it's not giving her any points, per se. And then number 6 is the third Felicity doll. I don't know if she has a proper name, so I'm just calling her Traveling Gown Felicity, but I would imagine, I understand she came in this outfit as well as a meat outfit, even though you could also buy it separately. And I also have the mini version of her in this outfit too. These were gifts, by the way, these mini Felicities. And so I don't think it's gonna be the same material, but if you can hear on my mic here, it's that tent kind of material, like a parachute. And so it at least in the mini version, doesn't look nice. So when I was saying that I need to see things in person to know, I'm not going to count this as not the reason I ranked her. I mean, I did rank her pretty high in my opinion. It's just that the other outfits coming up are a little bit better. I just don't really like this outfit. It's cute, it's purple, it's like it's different. It's not as different as that turquoise, but it's still different and nice, so it's fine, but I would never chase that outfit, even though you can buy it. You could have bought it separately at the time. Now, the top 5 are outfits that I genuinely like. I haven't seen them in person, but I have to talk about. So number 5 is Emily, and a historical best friend character. So Ivy is the only friend character I have. But as you can see, it's a very cute classic dress. I know that it's from Molly's era, so that's the 1940s, not Kit. But it's cute. It's got, I like the flower design. I like the sash going around the waist. I love that. It's called a Peter Pan neckline. Let me bring it back because you probably know better than I would. Like a Peter Pan collar, I think it's called. And look at the shoes. So they did get the shoes right sometimes for these historical dolls, these Mary Janes. They didn't have to be that ugly. I told you I wasn't done talking about them. They don't have to be those ugly plastic monstrosities that Molly and Samantha have. And I hate them so much because look how much cuter. Just look how much. These are actually really cute shoes. Let me zoom in since I can't show you the actual doll. So they're like shiny vinyl. They're a more, I guess, 1940s version of Be Forever Samantha, which, as we know, are not shoes from the 1900s style. And just like the color combination is really cute on Emily. I have no desire for this doll. I never did, but I can appreciate that the dress is very cute with the flowers and the color combination. It's unique, like that shade of blue. It's like a sky blue with white and red. So the red really stands out and really makes it a unique color combination. Do you know what it is? I went to the number 4 doll, and I'm going to have to talk about it again. But before I get into that thing, I have not shut up about this video. Let me show you how cute Nellie's outfit is. So she looks like such a classic little doll, almost like this isn't an American Girl. It's just a doll that you could have, a little girl could have a tea party with. And it's very classic. I like the blue. It's a unique color. Even though it's got that dip in the neckline, I can still appreciate how she looks as a doll because she just looks so much like a sweet little doll. And I would have ranked her probably number 2, but look what they did to her. Look what she's got. Look at these stupid things on her feet. Why? Let me, you know what? I'm not even showing you properly, but look at these stupid things on her feet. Like, that is so annoying. Why do these exist? Why were they still making dolls when Nellie came out way after the 1986 release, right? Why did they still make these shoes? I don't understand. And so, like I said, I don't have her in person, but I do have, for some reason, I must have gotten in a lot or something, her hat and her little handbag. And so those are very cute. I didn't bring them out because they're buried somewhere in my construction. So I know that those felt very quality. So I think that's why I probably would have voted her higher too. It's just, why couldn't they have given her proper shoes? I don't understand. Like, can somebody fill me in? There must be a reason that she has those ugly shoes. And it makes me so mad because I do think I would have ranked her higher. I would have ranked her higher, actually. And when I was going through, instead of like gathering everything for the video, and I was looking at the pictures, I was like, why do I have Nellie at number 4 with those shoes? I need to put her at number 11. But no, I do like the outfit. I like it enough that I'm not going to bump her to 11 with those shoes. Because the outfit itself is cute. And then number 3 I'm at now is Rebecca's original outfit. So originally I said that I prefer the Be Forever outfit. And I always found this original Rebecca outfit looked very dark. It's such a dark maroon and there's so much black that it's kind of not as bad as Molly and Samantha's original meat outfits. It still felt a little bit dreary. And I know that she's from a working class or a poor family, maybe. I haven't read her book, but I remember people have talked about that. So I think that might be a reflection of the time and her experience. But even aside from that, it has grown on me, and I actually think it's really sharp looking. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I just think these colors and the shapes and everything, and it looks like they're quality materials. Am I zoomed in enough? Like the buttons, everything looks really nice. So I think, you know how sometimes when you get to know collectibles more, your mind changes. I probably, if I didn't have Rebecca yet, I'd probably try to get this version instead of the Be Forever. But at the time, I really wanted the Be Forever version. And I really love, so because I talked about these boots before, that she comes with the proper boots that she should. And I guess, by the time Be Forever came around, I don't think they dumbed down Rebecca too much. I like what they did with her, but the shoes probably would have been better off coming with those. And my number 2 historical doll I don't have, outfit-wise, is Ruthie. Ruthie or Ruth? It's Ruthie. I don't know why I panicked. So I like the colors. I like the purple, and got to give it up for those shoes because they're different. They're not just Mary Jane's. They're more of a matte finish. They're not the shiny vinyl, and I love the shiny vinyl. They're a little bit closer to Claudia's shoes, but they have a cute little buckle. So that just makes me love her outfit all the more. I love the cute little periwinkle socks. I think that's what the color looks like on my phone anyway. See, that's the other thing. When you're only looking at pictures, you could be wrong about certain things. And so the pattern, the print on the dress is really cute. The purple flowers, maybe lilacs, lavender, I don't know. I can't tell. Another Peter Pan collar. If that's what it is, I'm calling it a Peter Pan collar now. And I might be wrong about calling it that. And then she's got a cute ribbon, like a bow hairband. And I think that really brings everything all together. She's a cute doll. Another one that I never had any desire for, but I did appreciate how cute she is. But so many classic mold dolls and so many Josefina mold dolls that it's hard to want all of them sometimes. But I digress about these classic molds because my number one meat outfit out of all the dolls I don't have, and I would imagine a lot of people feel the same way, is Costco Molly. I think that's what you would call it. She was just sold at Costco. I used to think this was called Be Forever Molly, and maybe it was at one point, but this outfit was only available through Costco. And it's so cute. Like, why didn't Molly come with saddle shoes? Why does she have those monstrosities? See, I still wasn't done talking about those stupid shoes. Oh, I hate them. But I love these. Let me zoom in because I have other saddle shoes in Molly's collection from other outfits, and such a like such a huge difference. Like that just feels more natural. It feels like more realistic. And so when I talked about the Molly beret that I have, I don't think it's from this. Maybe I have the accessories from this, but I don't think so because her bag. See, she's got the red beret, but her bag looks shinier than the bag I have. The bag I have has felt on it, so I don't think it's that. And I don't know if she has anything underneath this cardigan. Maybe she does, but I couldn't see in the pictures. But even if not, it looks so nice. And she's just, with the red, white, and blue. And I feel like she was a very American girl. You know what I mean? Like she celebrated a lot of American stuff, at least in her collection. That's what she looked like to me. Like even her camp outfit, she comes with an American flag and all that stuff. So I just feel like the colors of the Costco outfit really suit her Americana theme. The only thing that is a downgrade from her regular meat outfit, and it is the only thing that is an improvement in the meat outfit, is her glasses. I don't really understand these glasses. Like I guess they're just a brown version of her wire rim glasses. So I don't know why they changed them, maybe just to be different, but they look cheap. They look like they're plastic instead of metal. I can't tell, there probably are lenses, but they didn't put them into stock photos because too much glare. But I mean, it's one little flaw. That's the only thing that I'm still number one. And then her heart pendant too. So I mean, I guess I'm spending a lot more time on her outfit because she's the number one. And I just think she is absolutely perfect, even with the glasses that I don't love. If I didn't know those wire rim glasses on the original Molly, then I probably wouldn't have any problem with her glasses because glasses are cute on any doll, and not enough dolls come with glasses as part of their meat outfit. Actual glasses, not sunglasses. And I think that she's probably a little bit rarer for any of the Molly dolls or any of the dolls if you're trying to chase down. Because I did try to, at one point, chase down that outfit to put on one of my Molly dolls, but I have enough Molly outfits that I'm happy with how I have her displayed, and I have to downsize at some point anyway. So now I want to close out by reminding you, these are just my opinions. Feel free to roast me. It doesn't bother me. I just don't want anyone to feel offended because I'm just talking about the things I like, and we all have different taste. And that would be very obvious because I put Be Forever Samantha as high up as I did, and I understand that's wrong. I understand that my opinion is wrong, but I like it. And there's nothing wrong with liking what we like. So I will understand. If I offend you, I just hope I didn't. And I hope you enjoyed just at least seeing some of the clothes. Maybe some of them you haven't seen so close up or you've never handled in person. And I can tell you my opinions of what I think is great to not so great. Samantha and Molly, looking at you in the monitor through the corner of my eye. Tell me that I'm not the only one who can't stand not just those shoes, but no, I know those outfits are popular. So I'm just being silly and reaching at straws here. So anyway, on a positive note, Claudie, where is she? Right here. Number one, and Molly Be Forever number one. And I'm sure some of you will agree with me on one of those, at least, maybe both. Anyway, that's enough rambling now. It's gotten late, so that's why I think I'm getting hyper and excited. So thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video.